Don't underestimate Manchester United.
Good morning, everyone. Clovis Football Talk. As Manchester United face Arsenal at Old Trafford in the first game of the pre-season, for both clubs. Arsenal have always found it very difficult to play Manchester United. Yes, sometimes they get the wins, sometimes we draw, and sometimes we win. And most of the time, this clash has always been historical, right? Arsenal, Man United, Arsenal has always been historical, where both teams, in their primes have always won stuff. And now Manchester United are nowhere near Arsenal, but we are looking to get back, starting with this game right here. Now, when you talk about, how the teams are going to play, first of all, I will start with Manchester United, right? And then flow into Arsenal because, again, it's at home, right? At Old Trafford. Now, one thing I've seen, during the preseason, how Ruben Amorim arranges players in their positions. Well, not all of them, because again, the preseason, sometimes he was doing a mixed match. And I believe this game, he is definitely gonna um play players in their positions, right? And I'm going to get to the lineups soon, like my predicted 11 and somewhat what the manager will likely pick, not about what we want, right? Because it's unrealistic for me to pick what I want. Like, is if I do that, I might as well be the manager, right? But what I'm going to do is pick players I think the manager will play them, right? At this point, I kind of know what the manager will do in certain instances. Not everything has to be right, obviously, because again, I don't know the behind the scenes deeds and behind the scenes doings of the manager, who is speaking seriously, or what has happened to one of the players. No good, no injury, and we shall see, right, what happens. And as for Arsenal, we Arsenal have their own flaws, right? As much as they seem prepared, Arsenal do have their flaws, and if they happen to lose at Old Trafford, which I'm banking on, the meltdown will be immense, and we will be here to to just watch and, with the popcorn, and see the cinema unfold. And yeah, as for the first 11, how the manager first of all is gonna play, we have brand new players. Like, let's address that. We have brand new players that have come in, and they now look ready to play, right? Benjamin Sesko was a worry. He is a big signing for us, where, our number nines last season were totally, 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 like, bad last season, right? Our strikers last season were not cutting it. Each and every player had their own individual problems and was not helping the club. Manchester United, Ineos, went out there and said, enough is enough. The best in class have to start now. We are getting the best players for Manchester United. And guess what? They went and picked Brian Bumo, Cunha, and Benjamin Sesko to play in that front line. Now, Benjamin Sesko being the person coming the last, and the manager had to fast track him, because this game right here is very huge. Playing against Arsenal, the manager knows that this game is very huge. We cannot afford to be playing Hoyland, which he is not playing. He is not even going to play anytime soon. And fast tracking Sesko was right to get his fitness going, right? Even though he wanted to play the previous game we played against Fiorentina. But now, Šeško looks ready, right? He's ready to go. Brian Mbumo and Cunha already got minutes. So they are ready to go, right? And we know how devastating they are. We know. We know that. As for Arsenal, I mean, Arsenal have brought in quite a number of players. Norgard, Zubimendi, and Victor Gyökeres, and not Trasa, Noni Madueke, right? They are players in their own rights, devastating. But at the same time, I see a lot of fans saying, our midfield is weak, our midfield is weak. I can quite remember when we last played Arsenal, which we knocked them out in the FA Cup. Our midfield was not the problem then. So why are we making excuses for Ruben Amorim? He should know our midfield this week, so you pick the best players to play there, and some of the midfielders we have come in contact with have played very well. This shouldn't be any new thing. The manager gets paid a lot of money to solve issues on the pitch. If you see that we are lacking in some areas, make it compatible so that we don't get an open hall for everybody to pass through. So, which takes me to my first 11, right? My first 11, starting in goal is Onana, obviously. We all saw the reports. He is going to start. There is no debate. Please, we have a game to play. Stop crying about it, Manchester United fans. That's what is going to happen. He is going to play. Again, as a Cameroonian myself, I'm looking at Onana, I'm saying, you don't deserve this. You don't deserve to be starting today. But guess what? The manager will pick him. I told you earlier, I'll be picking what I think the manager would do, and Onana is the first pick. And let's see, you have De Ligt in the middle of the back line. You have Aiden Heaven if he is not totally injured and the manager feels like okay, he is not. If he is still injured, well, we all saw, then it's gonna be Luke Shaw. But for both things can be true there. Let me say, Aiden Heaven and Luke Shaw in that side might like if Aiden Heaven don't play, Luke Shaw will play. Lenny Euro in the right hand side, right? Moving forward to the midfield. Now, this is very crucial for Man United fans because at the end of the day, a lot of fans are giving up saying, oh, we are going to lose. Arsenal are going to win the game because they have a midfield. Now, hold up a little bit. I think the manager is going to play Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes in that midfield. And here is my explanation why I think the midfield is not going to be won by Arsenal. When we play Zubimendi in that midfield in the Europa League, Casemiro was available. Casemiro played against Zubimendi. He was nowhere to be found. So it's not a magic that now out of a sudden that is taken away from us because he's now at Arsenal. Yes, we are well aware, but he is nowhere Thomas Partey. He is nowhere Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey is the be-all and end-all when it comes to that midfield. That made them very solid. I don't see that happening this game. Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes to sit in there, right? On the wings, you have Dogu and you have Ahmad on the other side, which makes it very, very good. Which, when in that midfield, Ahmad to be dropping back to in the defense to make it a five-man defense when we need to drop back, and when we need to go, we make it a four in the middle and also five up front, right? Because Dogu will be overlapping with Cunha to cross the ball to Benjamin Sesko, and Ahmad will be doing the same thing, right? So it's a continuous thing, right? And and also sometimes compacting in the middle when need be, because again, Aiden Heaven is also good at doing the left wing positions as well, as well as crossing and all of that. So it helps. Lenny Euro, same thing. We all know he is wicked with his crosses, and he scores goals. He scores, right? Um, Up there on the 10th, you have Brian Mbumo and Cunha, obviously, and Benjamin Sesko as the number 9. Right. So in the midfield, I know they have Rice and Odegaard to play there. This is not a familiar thing. Now, Bruno Fernandes will not be too responsible to be playing all to be taking all the responsibility. Now you have too many players in there that can do a lot what Bruno Fernandes was doing last season, covering alone, because most of our strikers up front, be it Ganacho, Rashford, or Hoyland, or whoever was playing up there, was not cutting it. So obviously, Bruno Fernandes had to do all the work. Whereas now he is just relying on what he does, and Brian Mbumo and Cunha will be up to it. You feel me? So that makes it very good, and that makes it very good. As for Arsenal, I mean, I believe they're gonna play, you know, a very strong 11, right? A very very strong 11, and we should be anticipating, Victor Gyökeres, which Ruben Amorim knows very well, and how he will play, and how Arteta will play Victor Gyökeres, moving forward. They will be expecting a lot. We should be expecting a lot of crosses. We should be expecting a lot of, how can I say, cuts from Saka, which he is the star man, and I believe he is the one that is the most dangerous. From their left hand side, I don't see where they are weak in that side. Where that's where, um is it? Let me see. That's where Ahmad exploit, right? Ahmad will definitely exploit that part, because I don't see Trossard doing anything. I don't see Martinelli really pushing up trees. Madueke with some little bit of flair, okay, cool, but defensively he's not resolute. Which their left hand side is weak, to be honest. Whereas their right hand side, Saka does the work, and he will be the shining star in there. With Rice, long shots, and yeah, Victor Gyökeres, trying to exploit the spaces he will try to create and for himself, and see what he can do. And that takes me to Delict, and Lenny Yoro putting a pin to that, saying you are not going anywhere, right? Again, we have played these guys before. It's nothing new. We should be getting them. If they think their set pieces will get them through this game, find another way to play Arteta, because this will not happen this time, right? We have too many people at this point that will definitely put a stop to that, right? Yes, Arsenal in transition, we Manchester United will exploit that in transition, and we have players that are fast runners, and we have one of the young, like we have the youngest striker right now, and he is ready. He will want to prove something in front of the Old Trafford crowd, and will want to play football. So this will mean a lot for Benjamin Sesko, right? In transitions, and also in the left and the right wing backs, doing that job. Again, what they should be watching out is too many of our players that we have, too many Mavericks we have in our team right now that can hurt you at any time, right? Again, as much as people ignore this, Casemiro is a dangerous person, very dangerous player, right? Put a stop to it. He is dangerous. Brian Mbumo, we all know, I've seen, I should not be explaining this. Ahmad, he nicks the ball from you, it's a goal. He is tenacious, fast, strong. As small as he is, he got you, right? Cunha is going to be a problem. He is a problem. And do not let any of this front line score. I will not even try to be mentioning Bruno Fernandes. We all know and seen what he did last time with the free kick against Arsenal. Devastating. Dogu nowadays is scoring goals. Guess what? The crosses coming in, how many crosses we'll be having depending on whoever plays there. Timber, Gabriel and their center back. I mean, Saliba. I mean, it just depends on what they do. I'm not saying we will like out beat them or do whatever. No, no, no. This is an Arsenal game where, you know, at this point, looking at our team, yes, we lost the battle to get, Carlos Baleba, but at the end of it, I believe we're still gonna get a midfielder. We're still gonna get a midfielder. But what I'm thinking is Manchester United for me is a 2-1. 2-1 Manchester United. And that just came out without me thinking. 2-1 Manchester United. Or a 2-0 depending on how good Onana is. Because at the end of it, he left a bad taste on every single Manchester United's mouth, including rival fans. Which means he has a lot to prove. And proving yourself in goal is very, very dangerous to do. So all he needs to do is keep it simple, passes accurate, and make sure his shot stops anything that comes in, and crosses claiming. He should be at the end of it so that we can definitely win this game for the fans and get us rolling. Now, mind you, I will end with this. Manchester United, even if we win this game against Arsenal, I'm not saying we will be challenging. If we end up getting there, my perspective will change. But as it stands, getting this hurdle over our heads and start winning games, that would mean since preseason, we haven't lost any game. And this will be another game we are winning. I am saying this because there is a guy online haven't shaved his hair because Manchester United have not won 5 games in a row. We have won, how many is it? 3 to 4. And if we draw this one, cool. If we win 2-1, cool. Like, we just need one extra game after this game for him to cut his hair, because that's ridiculous. But at the end of it, welcome to the show, guys. Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. We'll be back again with another video. Again, I'll be doing the match live soon.